Hello and welcome. Today I will show you how to use Bifrost app for contribution in Polkadot and Kusama auctions because Bifrost offers some interesting DeFi features and additional benefits. Thank you for subscribing. But first, two short news. Altair has enabled claiming air token rewards from Altair Crowdloan. So if you haven't done so already, go to centrifuge.io/Altair, click join the Crowdloan, and here select your Kusama contribution account, and down here you will see claim button. Then you can go to Polkadot.js portal. On the top left, switch the network to Altair and you will see your air tokens in your account. And also an update about the sale of NUUM token for BitCountry Pioneer Crowdloan contributors. BitCountry has launched a pre-whitelisting website, so if you contributed to BitCountry Pioneer Crowdloan, go to pre-whitelist.bit.country. Please absolutely always check the correct URL in the navigation bar of the browser, as there are many scammy websites looking absolutely identical to the original project website. And here select your contribution address and click check your eligibility and sign the message in your Polkadot.js wallet. If you are eligible, you submit your email address and you will get whitelisted for the sale. Now please note that pre-whitelisting is only open until November 20th. After this date, BitCountry will start sending emails to pre-whitelisted email addresses with instructions about KYC verification process on Tokensoft. However, KYC verification was already enabled yesterday, so if you already have an account on Tokensoft, you don't have to wait for the email from BitCountry and you can already do your KYC on this official URL. KYC needs to be completed before November 29th, as the first round of the sale will take place on November 30th and the second round on December 2nd. And now Bifrost app. You certainly know that you can contribute your DOT to Acala to receive liquid derivative vsDOT, and if you contribute it through parallel platform, you will receive their version of liquid derivative DOT called cDOT. This time I will review Bifrost app, as Bifrost is in my opinion even a better option than Parallel. Everything important regarding contributing DOT or KSM to crowdloans is under this vCrowdloan tab. First is DOT slot. Here you can see all the crowdloans to which you can contribute your DOT through Bifrost. Bid price is the total DOT collected in crowdloan by that respective project. The rewards shows the minimum guaranteed reward per one DOT. Don't get confused by that, you will only receive this displayed minimum reward if the crowdloan reaches its DOT contribution cap, but in most of the cases the reward will be higher than what you see here. Now this Bifrost rewards is the bonus in BNC tokens which you receive per each DOT that you contribute through Bifrost. So this is the equivalent of the para token bonus which Parallel offers for each DOT contributed through their platform. At the time of making this video you would receive the bonus 0.06 BNC per each DOT contributed through Bifrost. The basic reward is 0.02 BNC per each DOT. Then there is also 0.02 BNC early bird bonus, which however will only be available until tomorrow. Plus there is also a referral bonus for using invitation code, which is 50% from those 0.04 BNC on each DOT. So until tomorrow you will receive the full bonus 0.06 BNC on each DOT contributed through Bifrost if you also use an invitation code. Here I prepared the comparison of BNC rewards with the minimum contribution through Bifrost app, which is 5 DOT. On the left there is BNC bonus without using invitation code, on the right with the code. Using invitation code brings you 50% from those 0.2 BNC bonus per 5 DOT contribution, so with an invitation code you will receive 0.3 BNC on 5 DOT instead of only 0.2 BNC. Here is that minimum contribution 5 DOT, and down here you enter an invitation code or you can use invitation link. As always, feel free to use my invitation code, it can be found in the description. Thank you. Here at the bottom you will see your reward. So for 5 DOT contribution you will receive 5 vsDOT, per each DOT contributed 1 vsDOT, plus you will also receive 5 vsBOND tokens, again per each DOT you get 1 vsBOND. Now this is kinda important. While vsDOT represents your locked DOT that you contributed to Crowdloan, vsBOND token represents the token rewards that you are entitled to receive for your DOT contribution over the next 96 weeks. It is very important to understand the concept and utility of vsBOND, as in the future the contributors will be able to trade this vsBOND token. That means we will be able to sell all our future token rewards from the Crowdloan into which we contributed to. So this will be through DeFi. Now please note that both vsDOT and vsBOND will be locked until the corresponding parachain wins an auction. So if you contribute to, let's say, Acala through Bifrost, you will not receive vsDOT and vsBOND immediately after your contribution, but only after Acala wins the auction. And here is the minimum reward that you will receive for your 5 DOT contribution plus that BNC bonus. This BNC bonus is the same for all Crowdloans. To get your own referral link, click on this icon, then click on this icon to copy your invitation code into clipboard. To check your contribution, click on My Contribution, and you will see your contribution history and all vsDOT, vsKSM and vsBOND tokens that you will receive. Now KSM slot works exactly the same as DOT slot, but as you can see, Bifrost at the moment supports only Subsocial Crowdloan. The next step is Redeem, and this is where you will redeem your original DOT in 96 weeks or KSM in 48 weeks. This redeem button, however, is not enabled yet. And this Market vsBOND tab is where you will be able to sell your vsBOND or trade it once this feature is enabled. So you will be able to sell the rewards which you are yet to receive from the project that you contributed to. Next is vStaking tab, but again not open yet. I'm assuming here we will be able to stake our vsDOT and vsKSM to generate staking rewards. It's pretty cool that our vsDOT and vsKSM will be making us additional rewards instead of just having it locked for 96 or 48 weeks without any use. And now farming, which is really pretty attractive. This so-called yield farming allows you to utilize your vsKSM and vsBOND tokens to generate additional rewards. Now farming of vsDOT tokens hasn't been yet launched. I'm expecting it will come within a few weeks, but farming of vsKSM tokens is live, so let's see how this works. There is a farming pool for all previous Crowdloans that Bifrost supported. So into each of these farming pools you always have to deposit 2 tokens. One is vsKSM, the token that represents your locked KSM, and the other token is vsBOND, which represents the rewards from that respective projects that you contributed to. This is the farming pool for Basilisk vsBOND tokens, this one is for Altair vsBOND tokens, and this for vsBOND from Bifrost Crowdloan. So to participate in this Basilisk farm, you will have to deposit the same amount of tokens, so for example 1 vsKSM and 1 vsBOND from Basilisk Crowdloan. Now, because in the first batch of Kusama auctions I contributed 0.1 KSM to Bifrost through their SLLP, I'm staking 0.1 vsKSM and 0.1 vsBOND in this farm. I can withdraw it if I wish, or I could deposit more if I had more vsKSM and vsBOND from Bifrost Crowdloan. Now you can see that APY for staking tokens in this farm is over 50%, and the reward pool that gets distributed amongst all participants in this farm is 10,000 BNC tokens. So the reward token in this farm is BNC. Here is my share from this pool, and here is my reward displayed in dollars based on the current trading rate of BNC token. I have deposited only 0.1 vsKSM and vsBOND into this farm about 8 days ago, and the total reward is so far only 0.1 BNC. This seems pretty low, but imagine if you deposited for instance 3 vsKSM and 3 vsBOND, that is 30 times more than what I deposited, thus the farming reward would be much higher. Now each farm is live only temporarily, so this one ends in 4 days. If we look at other vsKSM farms, for instance this farm for depositing vsBOND token from Basilisk Crowdloan, this one offers huge APY over 1500%, that is 30 times higher APY than the APY in this Bifrost Crowdloan farm. So each farm has a different APY depending on the total value locked. Naturally, the higher total value locked, the lower the APY, because these BNC rewards get distributed amongst the higher amount of participants. So yield farming on Bifrost is a great way how to put your vsKSM and vsBOND tokens into work to earn additional BNC rewards. And as I said, Polkadot farms will be enabled soon in the future once we receive our vsDOT and vsBOND from winning parachains. And this LP farming is a classic farming where you provide liquidity in liquidity pool. So in this one you deposit your vsKSM along with KSM, and in this one you deposit Kusama and Karura US dollar. Now here in your wallet there are all the assets that you hold on Bifrost blockchain. BNC, Zenlink token, derivative tokens, vsDOT, vsKSM and all vsBOND tokens. as well as KR token and Karura US dollar tokens. So it is already possible to transfer tokens from Bifrost blockchain to Karura. Please note that those tokens that you have deposited in farming pools are not shown here. And lastly, swapping. To swap your tokens that you hold on Bifrost blockchain, you need to go to Zenlink, which is a cross-chain decentralized exchange. So this is Zenlink, and here you can swap BNC for Karura US dollar or for Kusama. Also, if you decide to contribute to any crowd loan through Bifrost, always check carefully which bonuses Bifrost guarantees, as I believe that, for instance, you will not receive those NFTs from Acala and Manta, and also you won't be eligible to receive 10% early adopters bonus from Astar. It's up to you to decide whether Bifrost is better than Parallel. Parallel might have higher bonuses, while Bifrost has those farms. In any case, from both platforms you will receive liquid derivative dot tokens, which will maintain the liquidity of your contributed dot. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. I will answer all of them. Thank you very much for watching, and bye bye.